When we delve into the deepest roots of Greek mythology, the Titans emerge. These colossal beings ruled the world before the Olympian gods and established their own dominion. The Titans were both powerful and intimidating figures. Their legends, stretching into the future, are pivotal not only in Greek mythology, but in shaping the foundational pillars of Western culture as well. The Titans played a significant role not only due to their physical strength, but also as forces that determined the order of the Greek world. So how did the Titans seize power, and how did they rule the ancient Greek world? Let's explore this epic in more detail. The Titans were born from Gaia, the Earth Mother, and Uranus, the sky god. The Titans, born from the union of Uranus and Gaia, were considered the first great gods in this world. However, the Titans were not only responsible for themselves, but also for other creatures. Gaia and Uranus also had other children, including the Hecatoncheires, the hundred-handed giants, and the Cyclopes, the one-eyed giants. However, Uranus found these giants too strong and ugly, so he imprisoned them in the depths of the earth, in Tartarus. Gaia could not accept the imprisonment of her children and became enraged. She devised a plan for revenge and asked the Titans to castrate Uranus. However, the Titans were fearful of carrying out this task. Yet, the youngest Titan, Cronus, gathered his courage and initiated a great rebellion against his father. As Uranus approached Gaia, Cronus surprised him and castrated him with a great sickle. This act caused the separation of Uranus, the heavens, and Gaia, the earth. From the blood of Uranus, many new creatures were born within Gaia. The Furies, Erinyes, the Meliae, tree nymphs, and the giants were some of these creatures born from Uranus's blood. The Furies were known as the goddesses of vengeance, while the Meliae were gentle tree spirits. The giants, on the other hand, were immensely powerful and aggressive beings. After the fall of Uranus, Cronus freed his siblings and rescued them from Tartarus. The Titans regained their strength and established a new government. Cronus took his father's throne and became the most powerful being, consolidating his dominion over the world. However, just like his father Uranus, Cronus feared the power of the Cyclopes and Hecatoncheires, so he imprisoned them once again in Tartarus. The Titans were not only known for their immense physical strength, but also for the profound impact they had on humanity and nature. Each Titan ruled different aspects of the universe and symbolized essential concepts for mankind. Each one represented a unique force, realm, or concept. Here are the most important Titans and their characteristics. Cronus. Despite being the youngest of the Titans, Cronus overthrew his father Uranus and became the ruler of the Titans. He was considered the god of time and harvest in Greek mythology. Cronus's power symbolized an eternal cycle on Earth. However, fearing that the same fate his father faced would fall upon him, Cronus devoured each of his newborn children. His most famous story ends with Zeus overthrowing him. The order under Cronus's rule symbolized the power of time and evolution. Rhea. Rhea, the wife of Cronus and the goddess of fertility, symbolized production and the constant flow of life. Her name, which means flow in Greek, defined the natural cycles of the universe and rebirth. Rhea secretly gave birth to Zeus and worked tirelessly to raise him. Eventually, her son Zeus would overthrow Cronus. Oceanus. The eldest of the Titans, Oceanus was the god of the oceans and ruled over all corners of the earth. Oceanus represented the embodiment of water, closely tied to nature. He married Tethys, and together they produced over 3,000 river gods. Oceanus thus symbolized water and the flow of life, the fundamental source of existence. Tethys. Tethys, the wife of Oceanus, was the goddess of freshwater sources. She symbolized the fertility of water and its life-giving power. Tethys and Oceanus gave birth to over 3,000 river gods and many other water-related creatures. She also represented the union of rocks and mountains with water. Hyperion. Known as the god of light, Hyperion was associated with the light and vision. His name means one who goes above the earth. Hyperion symbolized eternal light and grandeur. He married his sister Theia, and together they had 3 radiant children: Helios, the sun; Selene, the moon; and Eos, the dawn. Theia, the goddess of ether and light, symbolized the light of the universe and the balance between night and day. Together with Hyperion, she became the embodiment of the light sources of the cosmos. Iapetus, the god of mortal life, symbolized human lifespans, births, and deaths. He was the father of great figures such as Atlas, Prometheus, and Epimetheus. Iapetus was directly associated with humanity and the origin of mortal life. Creus was the god of the constellation Aries and the stars. His name comes from the Aries constellation. The ram, marking the beginning of the year, symbolized the start of life. Creus thus represented rebirth. Cronus was the god of intelligence and wisdom. He was linked to the movement of the celestial axis and helped maintain the order of the universe. Cronus and his sister Phoebe symbolized the first source of wisdom and the ability to foresee the future. Phoebe, the goddess of prophecy and wisdom, represented knowledge and foresight. She married Cronus and gave birth to 2 daughters, Leto and Asteria. Leto would later marry Zeus and give birth to Apollo and Artemis. Themis, the goddess of divine law and order, also had the ability to foresee the future. She became one of the first representatives of the Oracle of Delphi. Themis taught people how justice and order should be implemented according to the laws of nature. Mnemosyne was the goddess of memory. She personified memory and recollection. Mnemosyne joined with Zeus for 9 days and gave birth to the 9 muses, the goddesses of inspiration. The muses became the source of inspiration for poets, artists, and philosophers. The Titans were not only the most powerful beings in Greek mythology, but also represented universal concepts such as time, light, water, knowledge, nature, and order. Their powerful figures help us understand how the Olympian gods established order in the universe and how the ancient Greeks perceived the world.